Hello my friends, Dr. Mandell here. If you're over the age of 60, listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you can make the difference between strong, steady legs and weak, trembling ones that struggle just to stand up. You've probably been told that all fruit is healthy, but the truth is certain fruits, yes, the very ones you might eat every morning, could be slowly robbing your legs of the strength and energy they once had. They told you fruit is nature's candy. They told you it's healthy no matter what. But what if that belief, that innocent morning bowl of fruit salad, is silently draining the strength from your legs day after day, bite after bite? Science now shows that for adults over 60, not all fruits are created equal. In fact, some of the most common fruits you eat every morning may be the reason your muscles feel weaker, your legs shake when you stand, and your energy fades before noon. It's not your age, it's what's happening inside your cells. When we eat fruit, we're told we're feeding our bodies vitamins and antioxidants. But hidden behind that sweetness is fructose, a natural sugar that behaves very differently once it enters your bloodstream. Unlike glucose, which your muscles can use for energy, fructose is metabolized almost entirely by the liver. And when your liver is already overworked, that fructose turns into fat, not fuel. Studies from the Journal of Clinical Investigation show that excess fructose leads to increased intramuscular fat, reducing strength, flexibility, and muscle repair. In simpler terms, your favorite, healthy fruit could be quietly stealing your power. Let's start with the banana, the breakfast icon. When a banana turns from green to spotted yellow, its resistant starch converts into quick sugar. That single change sends a flood of glucose into your bloodstream, forcing your pancreas to release insulin. And every spike of insulin sends a signal to your muscles: stop burning fat, start storing it. Over time, this constant sugar surge trains your body to depend on sugar for energy instead of building real strength. So that morning banana might wake you up, but it's weakening your foundation with every bite. Then come the grapes, tiny, sweet, innocent-looking spheres that carry over 23 grams of sugar in just one handful. The American Journal of Physiology found that this sudden sugar load triggers glycation, a process where sugar molecules bind to your muscle proteins, deforming them and slowing repair. It's like rust forming inside your muscles. Invisible at first, but over time, it eats away your power. If you've ever wondered why climbing stairs feels harder now than it did 5 years ago, it might not be your age. It could be those handfuls of grapes you thought were helping you stay young. And then there's pineapple, the tropical fruit we often associate with health, energy, and digestion. But here's the shocking truth: pineapple's sweetness comes from sucrose and free fructose, which spike your blood sugar faster than a soda. That rush of sugar fuels oxidative stress, the same internal damage that breaks down collagen in your joints and weakens your leg tendons. A 2021 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience revealed that high-sugar diets shrink the mitochondria inside muscle cells, the very engines that power your legs. So while you think you're fueling your body, you're actually draining your batteries from the inside out. Watermelon, another summer favorite, looks harmless. It's light, hydrating, full of electrolytes, but it also has one of the highest glycemic indexes of all fruits. Eat it on an empty stomach and your insulin spikes through the roof. And what happens next is even more dangerous. Your body stores the excess sugar as glycogen, and once that storage is full, it turns the rest into fat. This cycle creates energy crashes, weak legs, and trembling muscles. And the cruel part, you blame your age for the weakness, not realizing it's the sugar that's aging you faster than time ever could. Now, what makes all this worse is what's happening beneath the surface. When sugar floods your bloodstream, it causes inflammation. Not the kind you can see, but microscopic inflammation that attacks the walls of your blood vessels, especially in your legs, where circulation is already slower after 60. As these vessels narrow, oxygen delivery to your leg muscles drops. That means less strength, slower recovery, and an increased risk of cramping or even falling. Every spoon of sweet fruit juice or dried raisin snack adds to this invisible fire. Scientists call this the metabolic trap. It starts small, a few sweet fruits a day, maybe some fruit juice in the morning, maybe a smoothie with pineapple and banana. You feel good, you think it's healthy. But day after day, that sugar builds insulin resistance. Insulin resistance blocks amino acids, the building blocks of muscle, from entering your cells. So even if you're eating protein, your muscles can't absorb it. The result: gradual muscle wasting. That's why many seniors lose leg strength even while eating healthy. they're fueling the wrong engine. Aging doesn't destroy muscle, inflammation and poor glucose control do. In a 2019 study from the National Institute on Aging, researchers found that people with stable blood sugar had nearly 30% more leg muscle mass than those with frequent glucose spikes, regardless of age. The message is clear. The problem isn't growing older, it's feeding your body foods that accelerate aging from within. But here's something even more disturbing. Fructose creates advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These molecules stiffen collagen in your muscles, making them less elastic and more prone to injury. When this happens in your legs, your balance weakens, your reflexes slow, and your stability fades. That's why a simple trip or misstep suddenly feels more dangerous after 60. Your muscles can't respond like they used to. And it's not just your muscles. Excess fruit sugar also disrupts your hormonal balance. It lowers testosterone and growth hormone, both vital for muscle preservation, and raises cortisol, the stress hormone that breaks down muscle tissue. So the very fruits marketed to keep you youthful may be pushing your body into a biochemical state of aging. The irony is painful. You eat these fruits thinking you're protecting your heart, fueling your brain, boosting your energy. But over time, the hidden sugars inside them are corroding the very system that keeps you moving, your legs. The loss doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in quietly, first a little fatigue on the stairs, then slower walks, then heavier legs that refuse to cooperate. But here's the hope: your body can heal. The moment you start reducing high sugar fruits and balancing your intake with fiber, protein, and healthy fats, insulin sensitivity begins to return. Your mitochondria start producing more energy, your muscles begin absorbing nutrients again. Within weeks, seniors who make this change report better balance, stronger steps, and less fatigue. Your legs carry you through life. They hold you upright when the world around you shifts. Don't let sugar steal that power from you. The sweetest fruits are often the most deceptive. The truth is not everything natural is nurturing. Sometimes it's nature's way of testing how well we understand our own bodies. And now that you know the truth, you have the power to protect your strength, one smart choice at a time. Because real health isn't about what looks healthy. It's about what keeps you standing tall, walking strong, and living fully every single day. After 60, your body begins to whisper truths most people never hear. It's not your age that weakens your muscles. It's the silent chaos of unstable blood sugar slowly draining your strength from the inside out. Your legs, the strongest muscles you have, are the first to feel it. They tremble when you stand, ache when you climb stairs, and fatigue faster than they used to. But the cause isn't simply time passing, it's a biological war between your cells and your sugar levels, one you can win only when you understand how your body truly works. Every bite of food you eat sets off a chemical storm inside you. When you eat too much sugar, even from so-called healthy foods, your pancreas releases a surge of insulin. Insulin's job is to push that sugar out of your blood and into your cells for energy. But as the years go by, your cells stop listening. They become resistant. The signal weakens, and sugar lingers in your blood like a toxin. Researchers at the Mayo Clinic call this process metabolic aging, when your body's internal wiring for energy starts to break down. That resistance doesn't just lead to diabetes, it strangles your muscles, starving them of the nutrients they need to stay strong. The human leg contains over 200 muscles. Together they make up nearly half of your total muscle mass. They're the engines that keep you standing, walking, and living independently. Yet as blood sugar rises, microscopic damage begins. Sugar molecules attach to muscle proteins, forming what scientists call advanced glycation end products, AGEs. These AGEs stiffen your tissues, making your muscles less flexible and your tendons more brittle. Studies in the Journal of Gerontology show that people with higher blood sugar have up to 40% less muscle density in their legs. Imagine trying to run an engine coated in syrup. It struggles, overheats, and eventually fails. But that's not all. High blood sugar inflames the tiny blood vessels that feed your muscles. When those vessels become rigid, oxygen and nutrients can't reach your muscle fibers efficiently. Your mitochondria, the power plants of every cell, begin to sputter. A 2020 paper from Nature Metabolism found that elevated glucose directly damages these mitochondria, reducing energy output by almost 1/3. That's why your legs feel heavy, why your steps grow slower, and why your recovery time after even light exercise stretches longer and longer. And yet, most seniors never realize what's happening. They're told it's just aging, that weaker muscles are inevitable. But the truth is, aging doesn't cause muscle loss, unstable blood sugar does. When insulin spikes again and again, it blocks amino acids, the building blocks of muscle, from entering your muscle cells. That means even if you eat protein, your muscles can't use it. They're starving in a sea of plenty. A study from the National Institutes of Health confirmed that insulin resistance reduces muscle protein synthesis by up to 45%. You could be eating perfectly, but if your sugar isn't stable, your muscles are starving. And the damage doesn't stop at your legs. Your hormones begin to shift. High insulin suppresses growth hormone and testosterone, two vital signals your body uses to build and maintain muscle. Meanwhile, cortisol, your stress hormone, begins to rise. Cortisol breaks down muscle tissue for energy when your blood sugar swings. The more your sugar fluctuates, the more cortisol floods your system. You begin losing muscle, not from lack of movement, but from your own internal chemistry working against you. When muscles weaken, everything changes. Balance declines. Falls become more likely. Simple tasks like rising from a chair or carrying groceries suddenly require effort. This isn't just physical, it's emotional. Strength is independence. When you lose it, you lose freedom. The Centers for Disease Control reports that 1 in 4 adults over 65 experiences a fall each year, and unstable blood sugar is a hidden factor behind many of them. Because when your muscles lose energy and coordination, your body can't react fast enough to catch you. But there's another layer, one even more insidious. Excess sugar fuels inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation is now recognized as the root cause of nearly every age-related decline from heart disease to dementia. Inflammation damages muscle fibers the same way rust eats away at metal, slowly, quietly, until one day you realize you can't move like you used to. Researchers from the University of Sydney found that people with higher fasting blood glucose had significantly weaker leg strength and slower walking speeds than those with normal glucose levels, even when they were the same age. The message is clear: stable blood sugar isn't just about preventing diabetes, it's about preserving your physical power and your quality of life. So how do you fight back? It starts not with medication, but with awareness. Every time you eat, you decide whether to feed your strength or your weakness. When you choose foods that keep your blood sugar stable, foods rich in fiber, healthy fats, and lean protein, you send your body a signal: repair, rebuild, recover. When you eat slowly, chew fully, and balance your meals, insulin rises gently, not violently. Your cells can listen again. They open their doors to nutrients. They start healing. Within weeks, blood sugar stability can improve, inflammation can drop, and muscle function can begin to return. Movement is your other weapon. Muscles are like batteries, they need to be charged. When you walk, climb stairs, or perform light strength exercises, your muscles pull sugar from your blood naturally without insulin's help. This resets your metabolism. That's why studies in diabetologia show that just 15 minutes of walking after meals can lower blood sugar spikes by up to 40%. That small habit could mean the difference between shaky legs and steady ones. But perhaps the most powerful truth is this: your body is not broken, it's responsive, it adapts. Even after decades of sugar imbalance, your cells can recover, mitochondria can multiply again, muscles can grow stronger again. The same science that shows how sugar destroys muscle also shows how stability rebuilds it. In one 2018 study from the Journal of Applied Physiology, older adults who stabilized their blood sugar through diet and light exercise regained 20% more leg muscle mass in just 12 weeks. You are never too old to rebuild what sugar has stolen. Think about it: every strong step you take is proof that your body still listens, still heals, still wants to protect you. Every balanced meal is an act of repair. Every stable morning blood sugar reading is your body thanking you for giving it a chance. You don't have to fear aging. You have to fear ignoring what's causing you to age faster. The truth is not that muscle loss is inevitable, it's preventable. Your muscles are not weak because of time, they're weak because of chemistry. Change the chemistry and you change your future. When your blood sugar stays stable, your insulin calms, your inflammation cools, your mitochondria roar back to life. The fatigue fades, your balance returns, and your legs, those powerful, loyal muscles that have carried you through every chapter of life, will carry you further still. You can't turn back the clock, but you can slow it down. Every bite, every choice, every small act of awareness counts. The secret isn't hidden in a pill or a doctor's office. It's in the quiet power of stable blood sugar. Because that's where your strength, your confidence, and your independence truly begin. There's a moment in every person's life when strength stops feeling effortless, when standing up takes thought, when climbing stairs feels heavier than it used to. And for millions of people over 60, that moment comes not from lack of exercise, but from the quiet, invisible choices made on the plate every day. Food is medicine, or it's poison. And when it comes to fruit, the line between healing and harm is thinner than most people ever realize. But here's the truth: your legs, your muscles, your balance, and even your independence depend on one thing: how smartly you choose your fuel. The human body is an extraordinary machine, and the legs are its foundation. They hold nearly half the body's muscle mass, and every cell inside those muscles feeds on what you eat. But most seniors don't realize that the sweetness of fruit can be a double-edged sword. Certain fruits flood your bloodstream with sugar, forcing your muscles to burn through unstable energy and leading to inflammation that chips away at their strength. Yet other fruits, simple, modest, often overlooked, do the exact opposite. They stabilize blood sugar, protect muscle fibers, and feed your body in a way that keeps you strong well into your later years. This isn't about avoiding fruit, it's about choosing the right ones, the ones that work for you, not against you. Scientists now know that the difference lies in the glycemic index, a measure of how fast a food raises your blood sugar. High glycemic fruits like pineapple, watermelon, and overripe bananas cause sugar spikes that weaken your muscles over time. But low glycemic fruits like berries, apples, and kiwis create a slow, steady release of energy that your muscles can actually use to grow stronger. A 2019 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition revealed that people who regularly ate low glycemic fruits had significantly higher leg strength and muscle density than those who favored high sugar tropical fruits. It's not the fruit itself, it's the chemistry inside it. Take berries, for example. Blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries are nature's true medicine for aging muscles. They're loaded with anthocyanins, deep pigments that protect your mitochondria, the power plants inside every muscle cell. Research from Tufts University found that older adults who consumed blueberries daily had improved muscle endurance and better balance after just 6 weeks. The antioxidants in berries neutralize free radicals, those unstable molecules that inflame your muscle tissue and cause pain, stiffness, and fatigue. In other words, every handful of berries is like a microscopic repair team sent straight to your legs. Apples, often dismissed as ordinary, are another secret weapon. The skin of an apple contains quercetin, a compound proven to enhance mitochondrial function and improve oxygen delivery to muscle cells. In a study published in Nutrition Research, participants who ate 1 apple a day for 4 weeks showed a measurable increase in muscle strength and a reduction in inflammation markers. Apples are also high in soluble fiber, which slows down sugar absorption and keeps insulin levels balanced. When insulin stays stable, your body can finally absorb amino acids and rebuild muscle properly. The humble apple is not just a snack, it's a defense system against muscle loss. And then there's the kiwi, a small fruit with extraordinary power. It's packed with vitamin C, a nutrient essential for collagen synthesis, which keeps your tendons, ligaments, and muscle fibers elastic and strong. A single kiwi contains more vitamin C than an orange, yet without the sugar surge of juice. Scientists from the University of Otago discovered that seniors who ate 2 kiwis daily had faster muscle recovery and fewer nighttime leg cramps than those who didn't. That's because vitamin C also fights oxidative stress inside the muscle cells, allowing them to repair after daily wear and tear. Pairing these fruits with protein or healthy fats amplifies their benefits. When you eat fruit with Greek yogurt, almonds, or chia seeds, your digestion slows down. The sugar enters your bloodstream gradually, preventing insulin spikes. This is critical because every surge of insulin turns off fat burning and halts muscle repair. But when sugar absorption is slow and steady, insulin remains calm, your muscles stay fed, and your energy stays stable. This simple habit, pairing fruit with protein or fat, can transform your metabolism in weeks. It's one of the most powerful anti-aging tools you have. It's also time to question the myth of fruit juice. A single glass of fresh orange juice contains the sugar of 4 oranges, but none of the fiber that controls it. That liquid rush of glucose shocks your system, and your insulin skyrockets to chase it down. Over time, those constant sugar floods erode your muscle strength and feed fat storage. Harvard researchers found that people who drank fruit juice daily were 21% more likely to develop insulin resistance than those who ate whole fruit instead. Your muscles need the fiber, the texture, and the gradual digestion that only real fruit can provide. The next time you crave juice, eat the fruit instead. Your legs will thank you. Even timing matters. Eating fruit earlier in the day, especially before activity, allows your body to burn that sugar as energy rather than store it as fat. Muscles are most insulin sensitive in the morning and after movement, meaning they can pull sugar directly from your blood for power. But eating sugary fruit late at night, when your metabolism slows, traps that sugar in your bloodstream, turning it into fat instead of strength. Late night fruit is not innocent, it's silent sabotage for aging muscles. If there's one thing modern nutrition science agrees on, it's that stability builds strength. Your body thrives on consistency, steady blood sugar, steady movement, steady recovery. The more you swing from high sugar to low energy, the more your muscles suffer. But when you build your meals with purpose, low glycemic fruits, balanced nutrients, plenty of water, and regular movement, your body starts to heal. You feel it in your legs first, the fatigue lifts, the heaviness fades, and you stand taller, longer, stronger. It's not too late to reverse the damage. Studies in the Journal of Applied Physiology show that older adults who switch to a low-sugar, antioxidant-rich diet can regain up to 15% more muscle mass in just 2 months, even without intense exercise. That's not a miracle. It's biology responding to nourishment. Your cells don't forget how to rebuild, they just need the right signal. And the signal begins with food. Every time you pick up a piece of fruit, you're making a choice between sugar and strength, between short-term pleasure and long-term vitality, between feeding weakness or feeding resilience. And the truth is, it's never the big changes that save us, it's the small, repeated ones. Replacing grapes with blueberries, swapping juice for a whole apple, choosing balance instead of spikes. These are not small decisions, they're powerful acts of self-preservation. Your legs are the pillars of your independence. They carry you through life's final chapters. They give you freedom, confidence, and dignity. Protect them by feeding them wisely, because the sweetness you crave today should never cost you your strength tomorrow. Every bite is a message to your body. Make it say, stay strong, stay steady, stay alive. If you learned something new today, give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone you care about. I'm Dr. Mandell, wishing you peace, love, and great health.